I used to feel down, but I hit the ground running. Makes me feel alive. I was searching for the answers until I changed the question.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to CHIKARA's Podcast-A-Go-Go, your weekly dose of CHIKARA's brand of pro wrestling. My name is Gavin Loudspeaker, and this week we're going to be taking a look at singles competition from back in 2008. This is from Passion and Persistence. It's two of the competitors in this year's 12 Large Summit Championship Tournament. Let's take a look at Brody Lee versus Claudio Castagnoli.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Lightning Mike Quackenbush calling the action for you with our Director of Fun, Leonard F. Chikarason. In an epic first-time confrontation here of Brody Lee and Claudio Castagnoli, off to a quick start.
Again, first time meeting, a lot of them here tonight in Philly. This is the biggest one, both in the stature of these men and what's on the line here. Brody Lee, virtually undefeated in singles competition for almost a year. And Claudio Castagnoli, not one of the best just in CHIKARA, but probably one of the best in the world.
Just about a year, I think it's been, maybe a little more since Brody Lee has lost a singles match here at CHIKARA. But these are the two biggest men on our roster. Arguably the two most powerful men in CHIKARA.
And again, a lot of people have called Brody Lee a bully, picking on a lot of the smaller guys here in CHIKARA, using his size, using his weight advantage, and that big boot to gain a ton of victories. But again, he's got a whole different breed of wrestler in there tonight with Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio, of course, not taking anything away from him in the power department. Capable of tremendous finesse. Well schooled in the European style of wrestling among the numerous other international styles. Against the smash mouth style of Brody Lee, who just comes and comes and comes with such incredible intensity and ferocity. It's really more like you're in a fight than a wrestling match when you're up against Brody Lee.
And again, Claudio's got to be ready for that. But again, as you mentioned, the technical expertise of Claudio, Brody Lee really needs to be on his A game tonight.
Claudio takes the big man off his feet.
And Claudio going right out after him.
European uppercut there.
Into the retaining wall, Claudio again. The European uppercut sends Brody Lee just careening around the outside area.
Claudio now with a definitive advantage. Oh, maybe short-lived. I spoke too soon, Leonard. There you saw Brody Lee very quickly trying to end the momentum, cutting off Claudio Castagnoli as he slid underneath the ropes. Turnbuckle to turnbuckle they go. Brody hits hard. And another uppercut from Claudio.
And you got to think if he wasn't in that corner, Brody Lee would probably be out on his feet. But no, he's still got some fight left in him, and that big clothesline in the corner there on Claudio.
Great combination. Ellie to back suplex. Picked up the giant Swiss expatriate with ease.
Claudio rolling to the outside, hoping to get a breather, but Brody Lee is not afraid to follow anyone to the outside. They both got to be careful, though. 20 count here on the floor in CHIKARA. Derek Sabato now putting the count on them.
Incredible execution there of the fundamental knife edge chop, the sound of which has bounced off every wall here at the former ECW arena, as Brody and Claudio just unleash the heavy artillery on one another.
Oh, and again, going to the eyes. I think he's looking to maybe ram his head into the guardrail there, but Claudio still fighting back. And now Brody Lee just slowly stalking Claudio. Oh, and that clubbing forearm to the back.
Sends him off. Claudio charging right into the elbow of Brody Lee with a sinister grin about his face as he starts to really, I think at this point, take control of the match, start to assert himself.
So that's the look of a man who does not have good intentions on his mind, but Claudio now connecting, but Brody Lee, I don't know, Derek Sabato needs to watch some of those shots Brody Lee's giving him. That one might have been right in the throat. He's got to be careful.
Brody Lee now with the rear chin lock on Claudio. Knee in the spine. Claudio trying to turn away from it. The Philly fans quick to get behind the Swiss powerhouse, who's fighting his way out of trouble.
Series of elbow strikes, but run.
Brody followed right behind him there, Leonard.
The big rig just crashed into Claudio.
Look at the power of Brody Lee.
Impressive slingshot suplex, and that's a big guy to be getting up there in Claudio Castagnoli.
Not enough weight on the shoulder blades to make that one work. Peeling Castagnoli up off the mat right now.
He's pulling him up by the ears, just tough. But
it's a trick sometimes Claudio employs. I know it firsthand. Forearm shot from Brody Lee, who's really in the best position here, up on his feet. Claudio trying to fight up from underneath. Just got one knee up.
Again, Brody Lee can't let him get to his feet. If he does, Claudio could retake the advantage here. Brody just firing away.
Tremendous succession of forearm strikes here, but Castagnoli has made it back to his feet.
Oh!
Big power slam in the center of the ring.
Again, desperation maneuver by Claudio Castagnoli, just snapping the monster Brody Lee over.
Castagnoli really needs to get back onto his vertical base and start churning out those European uppercuts. And that's not to say, I mean, he's got a lot of really dangerous offensive weapons.
Oh, and there it is.
The uppercut's his calling card.
Wow.
Castagnoli now dragging Brody Lee up to his feet. It takes a pretty big man to do that.
Oh!
Back body drop. Castagnoli.
Oh.
Drops the elbow right in the center of the chest. Picks up the leg. Still not enough.
Brody Lee still got some gas in the tank, if you will.
Look at this. Gonna spin him out into the X Factor. All 6'5" of Brody Lee.
He's got him in the center of the ring, Mike, but no.
Still kicking out is Brody. Brody Lee, you can see now, he's really got to clear the cobwebs out. Or Castagnoli is going to use the Ricola bomb to put him away.
Could he get him up?
Oh. Brody knew exactly what was coming. Overhand chops concluded with a forearm smash. Castagnoli trying to get out of the corner there.
And Brody puts him right back in there. What could Brody be going for here off the second rope? Now Brody climbing up. With Claudio fighting back.
Brody Lee down on the mat. Claudio Castagnoli stepping. He's on the middle turnbuckle right now. I thought maybe he was going to the top.
Brody Lee rather quickly getting up there.
Two huge guys. Butterfly superplex.
Brody Lee needs to capitalize now.
Oh. Wow. Busting out the big guns now. The butterfly superplex is taking its toll on Claudio Castagnoli. And look at that look on Brody Lee's face.
And you gotta think Brody Lee is probably priming it up. Getting ready for that big boot, hoping to take Claudio's head off here.
That's got to be it. He wants the boot. Claudio underneath.
Oh!
Huge diving European uppercut from the middle rope. Has started to turn the tide in Castagnoli's favor.
Oh, trying to get it for the German suplex.
That's a huge man to take over with a German suplex.
Brody Lee fights out of it. Claudio. Oh!
Oh my! Castagnoli was clearly trying to hit Brody Lee. He hit our official Derek Sabato.
Derek Sabato's out. Mike, I gotta go find Brody.
Leonard Jacarson leaving the commentation station as, wow, referee Derek Sabato just got mowed down. Brody Lee now trying to pick up Castagnoli. These two guys, similar elements to the repertoire. Both of them like sit-out style power bombs. Brody likes the Liger bomb, but he does not like the giant swing of Castagnoli. Round and round they go. The two giants of the CHIKARA roster. Castagnoli has got to do whatever he can here, I think, to help Derek Sabato regain consciousness, but I don't know how you come up from a kick like that. Claudio ready to do it. Oh my God! He nails him, and here comes Bryce. And I'm not sure what I just saw. Because Bryce Remsburg, Leonard, I don't know if you just saw coming back up the stairs, Bryce Remsburg went to count the pin, but Derek Sabato. And
again, I thought he was out. Bryce Remsburg is the senior official, but Derek Sabato was the official assigned to this match.
I mean, if he's the official assigned to the match, then it's Sabato's call.
It is Sabato's call, you know, that we give the referees that authority in there, and if Sabato was unable to finish the match,
Brody Lee taking matters into his own hands. Now the last man standing.
And again, I don't know what Sabato's call is there.
It's got to be a disqualification. It's got to be.
As a result of a disqualification,
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out CHIKARA as we keep rolling on in our summer tour. The end of July, we will be in Reading and Philadelphia for CHIKARAsaurus Rex, the king of sequel. That's right, we will have guest stars galore from all over, plus all your favorite CHIKARA favorites. Right here in Reading and in Philadelphia, end of July, ladies and gentlemen. And catch us right back here next week for the Podcast A Go-Go. I'm Gavin Loudspeaker.